Welcome back to my allotment. It is the beginning of May 2014 and a quick run through of what's been happening on my plot. I finally finished the netting on this one and dug it over, so that one's ready to go. Coming around here, the wagon wheels are still in place and I planted sunflowers in the middle of them. Let's see how they go. I have been given some pots that someone kindly donated to me when they moved and had no room for them, so I'm just using them as and when. I planted some artichoke. Got three artichoke in there just to see how they go, but someone said it might not be too good for them with the bark, so too acidy or something. But the trees are starting to flower and looking good. Come around, still got this horrible pile which I've done nothing with and added some more soil. Now my onions, the shallots are doing well, but the onions, there's a mixture of red and white onions in there. All the red ones are bolted and going to seed. So any ideas on what to do with them? Because all I've done at the moment is cut the heads off the flower bit. Whether that's right or wrong, can anyone let me know? Around here, the raspberries starting to show, and the black currant and the red currant are doing okay. The gooseberry bush has come back to life, so that's good news. In here, I'll say we got some flowers, so the pots, salad stuff, spinach and that. Garlic's doing really well, and the rose bush there starting to bud. We've had some radishes off of it and they were very nice. Beetroot's taken a hold and that's doing okay. Now the broad beans don't seem to be doing anything. They've got to that stage and I've staked them, so they start to fall over, but they've got flowers on, so happy days. The peas, someone told me to put these sticks which I cut from that tree there, put them in for the peas to grow up. Now, not sure, because I put bamboo canes in and someone said that peas and sugar snap peas don't grow up bamboo canes. So I took them out, as you can see on the floor, and replaced them with them, which they said they'll work. Now one side seems to be doing really well, and the pigeons have left them alone. Whether that's a deterrent for them or not, I don't know. I had to throw some stuff outside because it was getting blisteringly hot in the greenhouse and it was scorching them. Round here, I'll put my path in, put my membrane down, and I'm going to bark that. Here we have some broccoli, which I planted a few weeks ago, which seems to be doing okay. Cauliflower, which is all grown from seed. Everything's been grown from seed. It seems to be doing okay. And the cabbage, well, that's gone mental. Whether they bulk up or not, it doesn't matter, whether they just got big leaves. Bit more show from the asparagus. It's in the middle there somewhere. You can see, yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, I've got 4 now come through. 4 out of 5 I planted, so that's okay. My sweet corn I'll bring outside during the day, but take them back in at night. Worse than babies, this lot. The leeks, I've planted half of them just in holes and then watered, and the other half were in kitchen rolls which were in the greenhouse. Me potatoes look really manky. I put this bucket over the top of it, hoping the frost, but I don't think it done any good. Panning back round, me rubbish tip, still the same. Never mind. Well, I've got 2 lines of potatoes in here, 2 lines of one sort, 2 lines of another sort, and these are my first earlies. But as you can see, they've just gone really manky. I don't know whether they'll recover or not. Has anyone got any ideas? The spring onions are doing well. I'll say they're starting to come up in the bags. These are Charlottes. They're Winstons. They're Charlottes. It's got 2 more lines of Charlottes there, and 2 lines of Caras. Strawberries starting to flower and looking really good. A couple of new shoots on them, so they are spreading. I'm thinking about later on this year, the border is actually raising it up higher so I can keep control of them in there. Now, a friend of mine got me some posts, very cheap, which I was much appreciated, so I'm just in the middle of painting them. That's one still empty. My wife and my daughter's wild flower bed seems to be coming up. I don't know what's wild and what's weed and whatever, so we don't know. Got some lupins in there now. Plenty of tea bags where I just throw them on the out of the shed. We've got there leeks and spring onions there. Around there we have the snapdragons down the side of the greenhouse, and here I've cleared it all. Now it's just started to rain. Brilliant. Now I've got the posts, got the chicken wire, I'm ready to go. But there's a change, because this shed has pretty much had it. It's falling down. I've had to prop it up against the other one, but there's one over there, right under them bushes, that a woman has given me. But I need to take it down. But it's getting it in this section here. And I'm really going to have to work out how to do that, because a lot of things are going to have to be moved and everything. The greenhouse, the shed, I've tidied up and put a couple of shelves up where things are on. Sadly I had to put a couple of traps down. Did catch 2 mice, well it wasn't mice, they were rats, because they kept running off with me potatoes. So they're chitting quite well. They're not doing anything. So plan of my green allotment now is wildflowers. I think there is wildflowers coming up, but I think there's a lot of weeds in there. Shallots, which I think I've planted a bit too close to each other. Garlic, strawberries, potatoes. There's a little robin. Don't know if anyone can see that. I don't know how to zoom in on this thing. But that's the robin, who will then go up to the bird feeder, and there's a bigger bird that's with it, sits underneath, and the robin actually pecks the one on the right and drops it on the floor for the other one to eat. It's brilliant to watch. But there was 2 birds that turned up the other day, which I'd never heard of. Was called a black cap or something, or red, and a red cap. So anyone tell me if they're rare or anything? I couldn't find it in my book, so I don't know if they're rare to Suffolk or not, but he's still there. But yeah, there's quite a lot of different birds coming to feed on them. They tend to like the one on the right more than the one on the ball on the left. Don't know why. They're both the same. But yeah, so it's getting there. I say I've cleaned out all the trench. All the trenches are cleared, and I trimmed all of this back, so we've got sort of like a fighting chance of getting these posts in. Now they're 2.4 these posts, so they're down about 18 inches into the ground, so it's going to be a nice height. There's a hoarding that was kindly left to me when I took over the plot, which I just can't get rid of. But yeah, this shed has just had its day really. so it will be replaced with that orangey one there once I can get up here and break that down, move it over here. Now I'm thinking about turning that one round, because obviously it's not a pitch one, it's just a slope back. Turn it around and cutting another door in, so to get into the chicken house you have to go into the shed, out the shed, round the back, collect the eggs and clean and maintain the actual chicken house. It's a project. It's a big project. I think it's the biggest project I've had on here. That's why I'm taking my time on it and hopefully get it right first time. There's an old guy who's got a big old there. There's an old guy who's got a plot over there who said he'd kindly help because he loves making things. So I was like, I'm not going to turn that down. Right, we have temperature last night went down to 9.5. That's quite warm. Right, let's reset it. See what we got now. We have 12.8 now. That's pretty good. So we now have some flowers in here growing. The butternut squash has recovered. So someone gave me some asparagus, but I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. So I'm trying to do things from seed. What were they? Some sort of flower. Me aubergine still purple. I've got one purple one and one green one. Now is that because it's got something? They came from the same seed. I just found the thing, but that's the same as well. But oh no, they're all weird. Me back up sweet corn is coming through really well. I think they're all come through actually, all just. So that's good. Tomatoes are doing really well, but I've mixed them up accidentally, so I don't know what variety they are. So that'd be interesting. My chilies starting to bulk up a bit, but that'll take time. There we go. Pak chai. This is the second lot because the first lot just bolted and didn't do nothing, and that was it. But me gem lettuces, I've lost one, and that bottom one on the left, that went, but it's come back, and they're doing really well, really well. Except this one in the bottom right, I accidentally trod on, but it's got a couple of new leaves on there, so I'm going to leave it. Around here, saw a couple of videos on this, on these tomatoes. I know which ones these are. These are the beefsteak ones. Cut the bottoms out and just water it very well. Me carrots are coming through slowly, and I think I might have one parsnip. If that's a parsnip or is that a weed? No, anyone tell me. But I moved these around and they started to get mushrooms growing on them. Is that okay, or is that something I'll discard and start again? Brussels sprouts starting to pick back up. The frost, I mean, we had a couple of very hard frosts last week, and even in the greenhouse that went down to -1. So that didn't do a lot of things any good, especially when I forget to put things back in the greenhouse. The poached egg, they're coming through nicely, and hopefully they'll make a nice border. Got some lamb's lettuce, some more pak chai and weeds, but I don't know which ones are which, so just let them go. Someone gave me these cucumbers, one there, one there, and they look like little yellow tennis balls, and they taste lovely, really nice, and they don't repeat on me, because I don't know about anyone else, but I love cucumber, but by God does it repeat, which can be quite uncomfortable. So fingers crossed I'm going to get them up and going. French bean, I've got 6 of them in there, and it looks like 3 are starting to poke through. So they're dwarf French bean. Lettuce, I think that might have had its day really, but it was very tasty. We had quite a few off of that. The cress has come back. I bought another packet, put it in another tray, and it's got friends now. That lettuce is starting to come through again, so we'll have some more lettuce. And these are cucumber, which I need to either string or put a stick in for them to start climbing. Here, there's some more lupins. Me courgette, that doesn't look very healthy. Some of me sweet corn, 4 in there, 1 in there, 1 in there, and none in there. But they came up to sort of like about that height, and then went yellow and folded. So, am I doing anything wrong, or is just deal with it? But yeah, very impressed with the cabbage, as long as they bulk up, because reading about it and it said firm ground. So what I'd done was I dug a hole, got me big hammer and patted it all the way down, just hammered the floor of the hole, and then put the cabbage in and then packed it back up, and then just gently put my foot round it, removing my great oofs. I don't know if that's right. So that's pretty much it for this video. It's nice to see things growing, as I've never done it before, never grown anything before this year. So yeah, that's just still not done nothing with this bark other than weeding it. So I think I'll just keep barking it really. If the membrane's underneath, then I'll just pull up the weed. If there's no membrane underneath, I'll just pull up the weeds like that bad boy there, and just keep on maintaining it really. So I dug out the hose pipe because up here you do have water, which is over there, but if someone else is using the water pressure is ridiculously low. So like time is now, which is about 6:30, 7:15 in the morning, is the best time because there's no one up there and you get decent pressure. So that's about it really. This is Jay signing off at the beginning of May, and hopefully see you soon. Bye.